So a few weeks back, I promised I'd create a video talking about how to make it big on YouTube, because that's probably the most commonly asked questions. Boogie, how did you get so big on YouTube? Not how I got so big in real life, but Boogie, how did you get so big on YouTube? What did you do? How do I do it? How do I get that same success? And the truth of the matter is, there's only a handful of us here on YouTube that have made it to. I mean, I'm certainly C-list as far as even YouTube's concerned, but there's very few of us who've made it to the point that we're making a living off of it. And some of us do it to supplement our income. Most YouTubers who are doing it professionally are still going to school or still have a day job, and it becomes a hobby that pays for itself. So the reality of it is, are you going to make it big on YouTube? Are you going to be the next Fred? No, I'm not going to be the next Fred. We're not going to be the next Fred. Can we participate in a hobby that we love? Sure. And that's what I'm hoping your goal is here. So I've outlined some points here and I want to go over them. And I thought about different formats to do this. I could do like a PowerPoint presentation or try to film some goofy thing. And maybe I will do a version of that sometime. But right now I just want to answer your questions that you're probably viewing this video because I'm responding with it via Twitter or Facebook or however you've contacted me. So here's the points that number one, why do you want to get into YouTube? Because that's the question you've really got to ask yourself. And here's some bad reasons to get into YouTube. You want to do it because you want to become famous. Okay? That's statistically possible. It happened to Justin Bieber. It happened to Bo Burnham. It happened to Fred. It happened to Buzz. It's true. It's statistically possible. It's also very statistically unlikely. Because those people that I just mentioned all have a very strong it factor that I lack and that you may lack. You might be that person, and it's worth taking a shot, but statistically, it's not likely. Do you want to get into YouTube to make money? Then that's another really bad reason to get into YouTube, because you're not going to pay your bills doing this. Like, I'm lucky enough, I'm fortunate enough to where I am making a little bit of money, and I will be able to pay my bills through YouTube. But I'm one of the top 1,000 grossing YouTubers now, and I'm very lucky to have achieved that. Is it possible? Sure, and it's possible to make a couple $100s a month, a couple $1,000s a month if you're really lucky, and it's possible to earn a little bit of money, but that shouldn't be your driving factor, because if it is, you're going to be setting yourself up for a fair amount of disappointment. Is it statistically possible? Yes. Is it statistically likely? No. Here's a couple of good reasons to get into YouTube. Number one, do you want to get into YouTube because you want to entertain people? Because here's the thing, if you're an entertainer, if you like making people think or laugh or cry or just you want them to watch you play video games, if it's important to you to make them interact with you, if you need that kind of interaction, like I do, I crave it. I desperately crave that attention. I desperately crave that positive and negative feedback. I need it. I want to be out there. I want to entertain. If that's part of who you are, YouTube is a great way to express yourself. Another good reason is to do what you love. If you like filmmaking, then YouTube is great for you. If you like vlogging or orating like I do, then YouTube is great for you. If you like playing video games and you want to learn how to capture it and share it with people, then that's another great reason to get into YouTube. But if you don't like it after trying it for a little while, and it feels like a lot of work, then it's probably not the right hobby for you. It's probably not the right thing for you to be doing. So you'll know whether or not you have, after just a little while, I think you'll know whether or not you have that need and desire to entertain, and whether or not it's something that you love doing. And if you're like that, YouTube is perfect. It's a perfect place for us all to be able to do that. So let's talk about the kinds of films you're going to create. Like, how do you create films that people want to watch? Number one, and here's an old joke. Carnegie Hall, if you don't know what Carnegie Hall is, it's a place in New York City where very, very famous people have been asked to perform. And it's very rare that somebody ever gets to perform there. You have to be top of the line. We're talking George Carlin. We're talking orchestras. You have to be an incredible entertainer to get to play at Carnegie Hall. And so the old joke goes, a man is visiting New York for the first time, and he walks up to a guy on a street corner, and he says, "Excuse me, son, do you know how to get to Carnegie Hall?" And the kid thinks for a minute, and then he replies, "Practice." And it's true. Practice, practice, practice. Practice makes perfect. If you don't practice doing it, you're not going to get any better at it. You know, and the same way that if I picked up a guitar right now and started shredding on it, I'm not going to be able to play Motley Crue, Metallica. I'm not going to be able to play heavy guitar riffs. I'm not going to sound like Eric Clapton. Eric Clapton had to play the guitar for years to become who he was. And you're going to have to record videos for a long time. I've been recording videos for 6 years now. And as you can tell, I still clearly suck at it. So, practice. Try lots of new things. That's another important thing. When you start to, like, if you're going to do Minecraft videos, okay, you can pigeonhole yourself and only do Minecraft videos and just get that perfected and get that down. But once you have that perfected, now let's try a different game. Let's try League of Legends. Let's try this. Let's try that. Or maybe it's time to start vlogging about your day. Maybe you should start doing product reviews. Maybe you should start doing comedy sketches. Branch out, because you might have had some success with your video games. Now you might have more success with this, and you never know what's going to work for you. So try different things. Once you've nailed down one thing, branch out a little bit. Keep doing what you're good at, but branch out a little bit. Create lots of videos too. That's the other thing. We're not talking about one a month. We're not even talking about one a week. We're talking about coming back and creating and creating and creating and creating. And I'll tell you a secret. A lot of the videos I create never get airplay. They never show up on YouTube. I create it. I try it out. I like it. If I like it, I upload it. If I don't like it, it's just something I made for me. At the end of the day, create, 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 create. Film. Hours a day, hours a day, hours a day. Do it over and over and over and over again. Practice, practice, practice. Now, there's a great resource here, too, called the YouTube Creator Playbook. And I'm going to list it here below, and I want you to view it. There's a lot of great tips in there, too, that give you an idea of what a successful YouTube video, looks like. And it'll give you some ideas about things you can be doing, about the way to create videos and how to promote it. And speaking of promotion, you asked me, how do I get more views and hits on the videos I'm already creating? Well, the first thing is create quality content. Create content that people want to watch. If you're not creating something people want to watch, you're not going to get any more views. One guy's going to go view it. He's going to look at it. He's going to say it sucks. He's never going to watch it again. He's not going to share it with anybody. He's not going to like, comment, or subscribe. He's not going to be involved, and he's never coming back to your channel. But if what you've uploaded is good and funny and interesting and compelling and creates an emotional response from your viewer, you've got this opportunity to really grab them and make them want to share it on their Facebook, share it on their Twitter. So once you've created a quality video, you need to start off by getting views in front of it. And social media is a great way to do this. If you have a Twitter and you've got 10 followers, maybe you can get those 10 followers to watch. If you got 50 friends or 100 friends or 500 friends on Facebook, share it on Facebook. Ask people politely to watch it. Give it a chance. If it's a really good video, you might try submitting it to Reddit. Social media of all sorts is a great way, whether it's your guild forum or whatever. And if you get one guy hooked by creating that quality video that elicits an emotional response, and you get him to subscribe, he's not only going to watch every video you put out, but he may even share them too. And that's the big thing. Asking other people who share an interest that you're creating about, get those people to view it and get them to share it. Okay? One of the things you're going to find in the YouTube Creator Playbook is a call for action. Ask people to like your video. Ask people to subscribe. Call them to action. When you've got their attention, when you've got them feeling, either they're laughing or sharing their feelings with you or crying, get them to comment, get them to subscribe, get them to like, get them to be involved and interact with your content. And if you do, that's how you get more viewers. Not only do you turn one viewer into a lifetime viewer, or at least a short-time viewer, but you have him create new viewers for you. Don't be afraid to pay for a little bit of traffic too. If you've created a video that you're particularly proud of and you think it's going to do incredible, it just needs that kickstart. There's places like reddit.com, and there's Google AdSense, and there's other ways to pay a little bit of money to get a little bit of traffic to start it. It's not the best way, but there have been times where I've been very particularly proud of a video and I paid for an extra 1,000 hits on it. And yeah, that's expensive, but it's worth it because it's a return on the investment that I originally made. And then there's the alternative of incentivizing people with YouTube power to watch your videos, but only if they're good. Okay, like for example, let's say we all know who Kevin Bruick, I think is his last name. Stuff Kevin likes. Stuff Kevin likes on a daily basis. He lists 5 to 10 videos that he likes, and he talks about them and he shares them with people. If you can get Kevin, who has some real power, to send you traffic, it's going to make a big difference for your video. It's going to make a big difference for your channel. It's going to make a big difference for you. But number one, you've got to create top quality shit, because Kevin doesn't share garbage. Okay. Secondly, because if you send him a bad video, he's never going to pay attention to you again. Secondly, give him some incentive. Be really nice to him. Politely tweet him. Politely ask him. Same for me. Short little message explaining what the video is and why I might want to watch it. And when you can get powerful YouTubers to view or like or favorite your content, it is a nice big boost. Don't be spammy, don't be annoying, don't send people shitty videos, and don't expect anything in return. You ask politely and expect the answer to be no. But every once in a while, if you've created quality content, you might get that celebrity tweet, you might get that celebrity like, you might get that, and it's even easier to target. Say if you have 100 subscribers, now you ask somebody with 1,000 subscribers, just slightly above you, hey, will you come check out my video? It's even easier with someone who's got 100 videos, or 100 subscribers. You guys can share that content, and that's called networking, but we'll get into that in a minute. So once you've got all of this, once you've begun to create quality content, once you've practiced making it, once you've succeeded, once you've got a little bit of views, once you've started building that subscriber base, and you've been at this for a couple of months, and you've been pounding into it, and you found out whether or not you love it, and you've decided you do, and this is what you want to do with your time, this is what you want to do with your life, then you rinse and repeat. You do it again, you do it again, you do it again. 2 months from down the road, 4 months, 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, 4 years. Practice, 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 create, network, go. And slowly but surely, you'll build up an audience. And expect it to take time, lots of time. That's absolutely true. Continue to hone your craft and get better. The better you are, the better your work will look. And I'll say my content is still pretty shitty. If you look at what I was originally creating, it looks like it was filmed with a potato, and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. At least I have a little better point of view. Slowly work on building your audience. Okay, don't expect it to come overnight. I know people who've built an overnight audience because they got lucky, but most of us have had to claw our way up to slowly build that audience. Discover for yourself whether or not this is a labor of love. And if you don't love it, don't do it. Because you can't do it for fame, and you can't do it for money. You can do it for love. And that's really it. And don't forget to take a look at that Google Playbook. And I'll throw in one extra bonus here that I think is important. And that's identifying your niche, okay? Know what it is you have to say. Know what it is that you're good at. Know what it is that and this is true for all of life too, figure out what it is you are passionate about. Figure out what is important to you. Figure out what message you have inside you that you need to share. Figure out what your niche in YouTube is going to be. Because the people that really, really make it, the people that hit the nail right on the head, manage to find out what it is they're good at and be successful at that, to push it and to make it strong and to be fantastic at it. Fred was funny and good at creating an annoying cartoon, and Shay is good at sharing his family and being. Look at your favorite YouTubers and figure out, are you a funny guy? Do you need to make sketch videos? Is that what the message you have to convey? Do you need to talk about life? Do you need to play video games? Are you exceptionally good at them? What are you good at? And start making videos about that. What are you passionate about? Start making videos about that. For me, it's always been about making people laugh and feel. And I guess laughing is part of feeling. So I've always wanted to make people feel. And I hope that with this today, I managed to make you feel pretty good about something that you may want to get into. And I know this is a long video. If you made it to the end of this, I appreciate it. I'd love to see your comments below. If you found this video to be valuable at all, please share it. And I wish you the absolute best of luck. I'd love to see you shoot right past me in the YouTube subscribers one day. And don't forget, when you do, this old man helped you out.